Yes. So now we will be coming to another topic which we will be discussing, that is called as ketone body metabolism. Now when we come to this point, does ketone body come under which metabolism is the question. So when we see that, it comes under the lipid metabolism, because ketone bodies are the derivatives of the same, and ketone body metabolism is very important in two situations. One situation is uncontrolled diabetes mellitus, and second situation is when the person is starving or he is not on the carbohydrate diet for a very long time. So under these two situations, this topic comes into a major importance, that is the ketone body metabolism. So when we go ahead, we will be seeing that a statement called as fat is burned under the fire of carbohydrate. Like you have seen a deep where the lamp is burnt with the help of the oil. So similarly in the body also, fatty acids or the lipids are burnt if there is presence of carbohydrate. If there is no carbohydrate, then this lipid metabolism also will be hampered. So that is the first statement. Second, as I told, carbohydrate plays a very important role for the fat metabolism. Thirdly, the acetyl-CoA, which is formed from the fatty acid degradation, that is the beta oxidation, enters the TCA cycle to get completely oxidized in the presence of carbohydrate. But during the starvation and uncontrolled diabetes mellitus, what happens is this acetyl-CoA, the acetyl-CoA which is derived from the fatty acid degradation, will take an alternative route. Why? Because the TCA cycle is busy in synthesizing glucose. The glucose or gluconeogenesis pathway, the intermediates are taken from the TCA cycle, because of which what happens, TCA runs at a very slow rate. During this slow rate, there is no sufficient speed to catch up with the oxidation of acetyl-CoA. There is accumulation of acetyl-CoA. The acetyl-CoA start getting accumulated. The acetyl-CoA accumulation will lead to its alternative pathway. The acetyl-CoA, what is getting hampered or what is getting accumulated in the mitochondria, takes alternative. That alternative is the ketone body synthesis. Now in exam, they will ask you to write what are the examples for the same. You can expect 3 mark question in that. So you should be able to write 3 major important ketone bodies, that is acetoacetate, which is also called as primary ketone body, because during the formation of ketone body, it is the first ketone body which is synthesized. So that is why it is called as primary ketone body, and next remaining 2 are called as secondary ketone bodies, because during the synthesis they are synthesized second. Okay, so they are synthesized second, they are called as secondary ketone bodies. Now next, when we see the synthesis, that is the ketogenesis. This is an important exam question which is a 5 mark question in the exam. They will ask you to write the pathway how ketone bodies are synthesized. Before we go that, we should always know 2 things. What is the site? Site is majorly the liver. Liver is the only organ who is capable of synthesizing ketone bodies. In the liver, what is the site? That is the mitochondria, because the substrate which is required for the synthesis, that is the acetyl coenzyme A. Acetyl coenzyme A is present in the mitochondria, and beta oxidation is also occurring in the mitochondria. Hence, the substrate which is required for ketone body synthesis is also present in the mitochondria. From the mitochondria, it takes diversion towards the ketone body. As I told already, TCA is running slow. There is accumulation of the substrate, that is the acetyl-CoA. Now, acetyl-CoA has to undergo some metabolic pathway to supply the energy to the body. So, it takes the alternative, that is the ketone body synthesis. How it happens? It is a simple step of calculation. 2 plus 2, 4, which is acetyl-CoA. That is how many? 2 acetyl coenzyme A condenses with each other with the help of the enzyme thiolase to synthesize acetoacetyl coenzyme A, which is a 4 carbon compound. From 2 carbon compound, it is converted into 4 carbon compound, which is acetoacetyl coenzyme A. Now further, acetoacetyl coenzyme A undergoes one more addition of 2 carbon compound, that is acetyl CoA, to synthesize HMG-CoA, that is beta hydroxy beta methyl gluteryl coenzyme A, HMG coenzyme A in the mitochondria. Now the HMG-CoA will release the acetyl-CoA. It will lyse. HMG-CoA is lysed by HMG-CoA lyase to synthesize the first ketone body, that is the primary ketone body. As I told you, acetoacetate is called as a primary ketone body because during the whole pathway that is the first one to be synthesized. Now this acetoacetate will have two fate to synthesize two successive ketone bodies, that is secondary ketone bodies. One, it will undergo reaction, that is the hydroxybutyrate dehydrogenase, to synthesize beta hydroxybutyrate, which is a more of water soluble compound, or it will undergo secondary ketone body synthesis, that is the acetone, that is the synthesis of acetone by decarboxylation reaction. You are removing the carbon dioxide from the acetoacetate to synthesize acetone, and acetone, as you have already come across, it is very much volatile. Okay, with the reaction, that is acetoacetate decarboxylase, by decarboxylation reaction carbon dioxide is released and we get acetone. So these are the primary ketone body, that is the acetoacetate. Secondary ketone body, we have got the acetone and beta hydroxybutyrate. These are the two secondary ketone bodies in the ketogenesis or ketone body synthesis, occurring where? It is occurring in the liver. In the liver, what is the site? Specifically subcellular organelle, it is the mitochondria who is helping. What is the substrate? Substrate is the acetyl coenzyme A. What is the end result? We are getting the ketone bodies. Three ketone bodies, we name it as acetoacetate, primary ketone body, and two secondary, that is the beta hydroxybutyrate and acetone. Out of beta hydroxybutyrate and acetone, acetone is volatile, beta hydroxybutyrate is water soluble and it is excreted through the urine. Okay. Now next comes is regulation. How they are regulated? Normally they are regulated three crucial levels. One, availability of the acetyl CoA. Now availability of the acetyl CoA depends on one oxidation process. What is that? Beta oxidation. That is how much free fatty acids are available from the adipose tissue for beta oxidation. More beta oxidation, more acetyl CoA will lead to excessive ketone body generation if TCA is hampered. Okay, so availability of the free fatty acid. Next, one important molecule required for transporting palmitic acid or the long chain fatty acid into the mitochondria is carnitine shuttle. If carnitine shuttle is properly working, then it will, if you have inhibition of the carnitine shuttle, then again ketone body generation will be low. Then partition of acetyl CoA between the pathway of ketogenesis and the citric acid cycle. If citric acid cycle is running very fast, then ketone body generation will be at very minimal. If TCA cycle is running at the minimal, then ketone body generation will be at the fast, because the same substrate will enter two doors. If one door is closed, other is always open and it is flooded. So same way, if TCA is running at very low rate, where you see in the case of starvation, or you might see in the case of the uncontrolled diabetes mellitus, where gluconeogenesis pathway is taking on, the oxaloacetate and the other intermediates on the TCA cycle are taken up. So TCA runs at a very slow rate because its intermediate are not refilled back. So it is running at a slow rate. These are the three crucial levels at which ketogenesis is regulated. Next, we have synthesized it. Do we have to utilize it, or do we have a mechanism to utilize the same ketone bodies? Yes, that is comes through the ketolysis, that is lysing the ketone bodies. Now here one important thing is, the organ which synthesizes cannot utilize it. Okay, that is the liver is the organ who will synthesize the ketone bodies, but ketone body utilization is through the other organs. We call it the extrahepatic utilization of the ketone bodies. So tissues other than the liver, that is extrahepatic tissues such as, which includes the skeletal muscle, heart muscle, or your renal cortex, especially the brain tissue when glucose is low. So these are the organs who will utilize the ketone body for their survival when the glucose levels are very minimal. That you see under uncontrolled diabetes mellitus, where sugar is high, the glucose is high, but it is not entering into the tissue or the cells. Or second, in starvation, where glucose itself is very low in the person. So those two conditions, these extrahepatic tissues start functioning or start utilizing the ketone body. At subcellular level, what is the site? It is again same, mitochondria. So all the organs or the tissue which has got the mitochondria other than liver can utilize the ketone bodies by a process called as ketolysis. It is almost similar to reversal. Okay, because we want finally what acetyl-CoA or acetyl coenzyme A, because that has to enter the TCA cycle. In the TCA cycle it has to undergo the one cycle and synthesize the ATP which is required as energy purpose. So definitely it is almost similar to reversal. Like for example acetone, because it is volatile in nature, it is excreted through the lungs. So we might not have the acetone sufficient to act as the energy supply. What we left behind is a water soluble compound, that is beta hydroxybutyrate. So beta hydroxybutyrate will undergo dehydrogenase to synthesize the acetoacetate. Okay, acetoacetate we got, it is a 4 carbon compound. Acetoacetate will undergo transferase reaction. Okay, it will undergo transferase reaction with the help of succinyl coenzyme A. What we actually require is one coenzyme A. So that coenzyme A is donated by the succinyl CoA. So succinyl CoA reacts with the acetoacetate by beta keto acyl coenzyme A transferase. What we transferred is coenzyme A. So acetoacetate is converted into acetoacetyl coenzyme A. Now acetoacetyl coenzyme A can be split into two, because it is a 4 carbon. We can convert this 4 carbon into 2 different acetyl coenzyme A. What is required here now is we require one more coenzyme A. So one more coenzyme A is added by the enzyme thiolase, converting acetoacetyl coenzyme A and splitting into 2 compounds acetyl CoA. How many? 2. We get 2 acetyl CoAs from single hydroxybutyrate which enters the TCA cycle. Now please remember, whole this pathway is occurring in the mitochondria, TCA is also occurring in the mitochondria. So the substrates required for the TCA cycle are delivered at the same place, that is the extrahepatic tissue. And as acetone is excreted through the lungs, that is why I told you first only, it is not available for the ketolysis purpose. Okay, so this is the simple pathway how the ketolysis occurs in the extrahepatic tissue, generating the energy. Okay, next one more term called as ketosis. This is an important 3-mark question in the exam. Okay, they can ask you write about ketosis. Ketosis means it is a condition where you have lot of ketone body beyond the capacity of your extrahepatic tissue to utilize it. So what happens finally? You are accumulating it. As I told, the ketone bodies are beyond the capacity of the extrahepatic tissue to oxidize, utilize it, eat it. So what happens? You have lot of ketone bodies in your blood. So there is increased levels of ketone bodies in the blood, that is called as ketonemia. Ketonemia means in the blood the ketone body concentration is increased. Now because it is water soluble, what happens? Will it be excreted in the urine? Yes, definitely. You will find excretion of these ketone bodies in the urine, which is called as ketonuria. And overall ketonemia plus ketonuria, the condition is called as ketosis. In the exam they will ask you for 3-mark question, what is ketosis? So ketosis is a condition where there is 2 things. One is ketonemia, that is increase in the blood levels of the ketone body beyond its normal level, and because it is high in the blood, water soluble starts excreting in the urine, which is called as ketonuria. So hence we term the condition as ketosis. So that is an important exam question for a 3-mark, ketosis. And last, where do you see this? Okay, ketone body high ketonemia or ketosis you will see in 2 major conditions. One is the starvation, because we do not have the metabolites for the TCA cycle because we are at the high rate of gluconeogenesis. Second, uncontrolled diabetes mellitus, not the controlled, uncontrolled diabetes mellitus, because again here there is excessive amount of glucose in the blood, but there is no supply to the cell. What cell will think? That there is no glucose, because nothing is coming in, definitely it will think that there is no glucose available. So these are the 2 conditions where it will trigger for fatty acid degradation, acetyl CoA synthesis excessively, all the intermediates of the TCA are utilized for the gluconeogenesis, hence acetyl CoA starts accumulating, they end up into the alternative fuel for the body, that is ketone body. Other thing includes high fat feeding and also after severe exercise in post absorptive state, because again severe exercise definitely the ingested glucose will be vanishing, the stored glycogen will be vanishing, gluconeogenesis will taking care of the glucose levels. So in such situation again the acetyl CoA starts accumulating and it will lead to ketosis. So acetoacetic acid or acetate, beta hydroxybutyrate are buffered by bicarbonates. So whenever there is increased levels in ketone bodies, what happens? You are utilizing the alkali, that is the bicarbonate, for neutralizing these acids. So when you are neutralizing these acids, the person will end up into a acidosis because alkali reservoir are reduced. So person will end up having the ketoacidosis, that is acidotic condition due to decrease in alkaline reservoir. For what reason? Due to excessive ketone bodies. The more amount of ketone bodies utilize the bicarbonate buffer, decreasing the reservoir. Decrease in reservoir of bicarbonate will lead to the acidosis, and acidosis is due to ketone bodies, hence we call it as ketoacidosis, which is majorly seen in one condition, that is uncontrolled diabetes mellitus. In uncontrolled diabetes mellitus or in type 1 with low insulin or no insulin levels, the person or child will end up having this DKA, diabetic ketoacidosis, where ketoacidosis is because of diabetes mellitus. Okay, it can be type 1 uncontrolled or even type 2 uncontrolled. So this is about the ketone bodies. And lastly, to summarize, we have got the tissue where the ketone bodies are generated. I told you, liver. How it is synthesizing? It is synthesizing from the acetyl CoA. From where we are getting the acetyl CoA? We are getting from the beta oxidation. Beta oxidation of what? A fatty acid or a acyl coenzyme. What is the location? Mitochondria is the location. Under conditions where the TCA is running at very slow, the acetyl CoA cannot enter the TCA cycle, so it takes the alternative pathway. What is the alternative pathway? Is ketone body synthesis, the primary and secondary ketone bodies, that is the acetoacetate, beta hydroxybutyrate and acetone. Now when they are entering into the bloodstream, acetone, because it is a volatile in nature, it can be excreted through the lungs. Now what is left behind is the beta hydroxybutyrate and acetoacetate. So these two at the tissue level. What tissue level? Extrahepatic tissue, because I told you already, extrahepatic tissue is the one which can utilize the ketone bodies. So extrahepatic tissue almost similar to the reversal of the ketogenesis. So ketolysis occurs, we generate acetyl CoA, from one ketone body we get two acetyl CoA, those two will enter the TCA cycle and generate the ATP which is required at the place. Okay, so extrahepatic tissue utilizing the ketone body which is called as ketolysis, liver generating the ketone body which is called as ketogenesis, acetone because it is volatile in nature excreted through the lungs. So these are the few important things you should know, how the ketone bodies are metabolized in total in the body. Okay, so lastly, how you differentiate two things. I told you two commonest condition for ketone body generation, which is ketosis. One is uncontrolled diabetes mellitus, that is DKA, diabetic ketoacidosis. Second is the starvation. So when you do the blood and urine investigation of the patient, like for example in diabetic ketoacidosis is condition where both are increased. There is already high level of glucose which is excreted in the urine. Ketone bodies are also very high because cells senses it as no glucose or low glucose level. So when you do the urine testing for the glucose, Benedict test, it will be positive in DKA, and Rothera's test for the ketone body, it is also positive. So both glucose and ketone body are positive in the DKA or diabetic ketoacidosis. When you see the patient with starvation, urine test for Rothera, that is ketone bodies, will be definitively positive, but because person is in starvation, already is in hypoglycemic state, there is less amount of glucose. So do you think it will excrete in the urine? No. So you will see negative for Benedict test. So whenever the patient comes with ketosis, when you do urine testing for glucose and urine test for ketone, Rothera's test and Benedict's test, Benedict test and Rothera's test are positive in DKA. When it comes to the starvation, the glucose is very low, so definitively it is not excreted in the urine, so it is negative for the urine, Benedict's test, and Rothera's test is positive for the ketone body. So this is how you are going to differentiate the type or cause for the excessive ketone bodies in the blood. Okay, and lastly, what is the take home? What are the important questions you might expect in the exam, so that you will be able to answer it? One, briefly describe the mechanism how ketone bodies are generated. So they are asking you ketogenesis. So you should write what is the reason, what is the mechanism, where it occurs, what is the site, liver, within the liver where is the site, mitochondria, then what is the substrate required, what is the end product synthesized, then steps you have to put on the flow, and then write about some points on ketosis. Next, second question, which is most commonly asked for 3-mark question or short answer question, name some ketone bodies or name any 3 ketone bodies. So you have to differentiate both, don't write randomly all 3, write primary ketone body acetoacetate, secondary ketone body beta hydroxybutyrate and acetone specifically. Then organ synthesizing and organ utilizing the ketone bodies. Again it is a short answer question. What is asking is which organ utilizes the ketone bodies. So that is the extrahepatic tissue, name them. Then which organ synthesizes the ketone body, which is the only liver. Liver can generate the ketone body. So these are the 3 important questions you can expect in the exam, and also you should be able to give reason, like in the last slide we have seen how the ketone bodies are different in diabetic ketoacidosis and how you are going to differentiate the ketone bodies excretion in the starvation, 2 conditions for ketoacidosis. So with that we will be concluding for the topic ketone body metabolism.